So before we go to break, there's another story I want to talk about. And Lewis, we've been covering for a little while now the honestly incredibly creative attacks on women and their health care, right? I mean, we've been talking everything from, what do we have, Lewis? Redefining rape, enabling the death penalty for miscarriages, making abortion simply more difficult to obtain. What else has there been? I mean, it's been repeated and it's been creative, really.
Right, changing accuser or victim to accuser.
That's right.
I'm sure there are others we're forgetting.
So now here's an even more creative one. This is one I had never even considered. And this is that we're really seeing every angle on this. And this one is actually requiring the IRS, okay, to perform abortion audits. And you can only imagine that over at Fox News, they're going absolutely crazy about it. Here's the discussion, the fair and balanced discussion they had. Here's how they presented it on Fox News.
Called the bills despicable. And then we heard from New York Democrat Jerry Nadler. He said basically Republicans have long complained about the government overreaching, and yet they're asking now for the government to intervene in women's most private decisions. He called it the height of hypocrisy. Those pro-choice lawmakers are objecting to bills introduced by Republican Congressman Chris Smith and Joe Pitts. One of those would get rid of tax breaks for employers who provide health insurance if the plans offer abortion coverage. The other would ban Americans who get insurance through those state exchanges from buying abortion coverage. The debate on Capitol Hill is playing out as Ohio is considering what could be the first measure of its kind. The so-called heartbeat bill would ban any abortions in that state when a heartbeat can be detected.
All right. So we know the Fox News angle. We know that. So this next step, first of all, number one, if you're an employer and you provide health care, and as part of that health care, abortion coverage, a legal medical procedure is covered, you might actually lose the tax deductibility of your health insurance expenses? What are we talking about here, ladies and gentlemen? This is an outright, not even being hidden attack. This is right out in the open. Nobody cares about the legality. Nobody who is proposing these bills, Lewis, is even concerned with the appearance of anything other than just personal political bias. That's all these bills are.
This has got to be the worst one of all, just because it's a double-edged sword. You know, you're harming small businesses, and of course, it's an attack on women. Right?
Absolutely. It would effectively be a tax increase to many businesses. Now, then we have H.R. 3. H.R. 3 requires the IRS to perform abortion audits, okay? This is a GOP-backed bill. It's expected to sail through the House of Representatives. The IRS would be forced to police how Americans have paid for their abortions, okay? To ensure that taxpayers complied with the law, IRS agents would have to investigate whether certain terminated pregnancies were the result of rape or incest or not. One tax expert says that the measure could even lead to questions on tax forms. Imagine going through your taxes and answering, have you had an abortion? Did you keep your receipt? This is a new level, Lewis. We are stooping to a new low here. And I don't know what the cause of it is, but what I do know is that it is a very sad commentary on what's going on.
I agree.
How does this create jobs? Or even bring jobs back to the U.S.? I thought that was the concern. How does this shrink government? I thought that was the concern of the conservative Republicans that were elected.
Might open up a few jobs at the IRS.
That's right. If anything, this will open up IRS jobs. I thought we didn't want those. I don't get it. In a testimony to a House Taxation Subcommittee on Wednesday, Thomas Barthold, the chief of staff of the Joint Tax Committee, confirmed that one consequence of this no taxpayer funding for abortion act would be to turn IRS agents into abortion cops. During an audit, the IRS agent has to determine from evidence whether any tax benefit had been inappropriately used to pay for an abortion. This is not what IRS agents are supposed to be doing. This is not something that anybody should be spending any time on. This is the effect, the direct effect of complete subversion, perversion of the political system, Lewis, by the conservative religious right.
It's a sad state of affairs.
Today on the bonus, thank you, Lewis. Very good way to kind of cap that discussion. On the bonus show today, is the public losing patience with the new Congress? Facebook gets a man busted for polygamy. And a burrito price sparks a gun battle, and plenty more. DavidPakman.com/membership. Make sure you're getting the bonus show. We'll be back after this. So much more to get to today, really. I hope Lewis will stay the whole show.
The David Pakman Show at DavidPakman.com.